All right. This is Uptick Updates, episode 6. I'm so excited. I want to hear the web-based marketplace is nearly live, Brian. When can we get our hands on it?
Hello, John. So happy to see you again. Yeah, I think it's counting hours right now. So I expect everybody can put hands on in 24 hours.
Sounds good. Sounds good. What do you want to tell us about the web-based version?
Yeah, so actually, we have been working on this web-based version for a while, but in the last year, we are more focusing on the mobile-first strategy because we want to make sure the user-friendly mobile app can penetrate into the general public. We have pretty good community using the web-based, mobile-based version, and also accumulated pretty decent artworks and the collectibles, a lot of NFTs, over 80,000 NFTs in the Uptick network.
That's awesome.
So the web version is more like our multi-terminal strategy. So we started to plan for that in October and start the implementation in late November. So far, it has been 2 months, close to 2 months. We're almost ready to launch this web version. But I will define it as a web version for the beta period because we really want people to put hands on that and experience some new features and also to use it between mobile version and the web version. Especially to give us more feedback. So I expect in next 2 to 4 weeks, or it's fully functional web version, but in next 2 to 4 weeks, I will define it as a beta version to collect opinions and to optimize everything that our users like.
How will people report issues they encounter? Is it best to use the Telegram chat, or is there going to be an option in the website? How can people give you feedback?
Well, because website, we try really make sure it's close to the decentralized application. So we don't want to add too many centralized communication channel over there. So we really encourage people to join our Telegram. Yeah, that's actually by default, it's a place to provide support to hear the comments. Yeah.
What's pending? Are you just working out some minor problems now?
Oh yeah. So actually, the web version actually is more than we expected. So a lot of details. For example, so as I mentioned the last time, so because on mobile phone, we already support multiple chain support and cross-chain support. So it was running well, smoothly at that time, but still we want to make sure it's stable enough over the time. So that's why in the web version, we try to tune. First, by default, we tune the IrisNet. It's okay. So that's the release we're going to make tomorrow. At the same time, we're tuning the BSC and other chain that we support. But we kind of decide to hide it for now. In the next 2 or 4 weeks, we will make sure we will release it one by one. That's one thing, because there's for such a decentralized part, it really depends on the performance and the stability of the blockchain and its nodes, right? So we want to make sure it won't hurt the user experience. So that's why we're launching on IrisNet in the first place. So that's one thing. The other thing is, for the language support. So we have, as I mentioned before, we have English, Chinese, Korean, Japanese, and Portuguese. So now we are still trying to optimize that, because for the different language pack, it will hurt some display in a minor way, right? So because the length of a sentence or paragraph or a few words are different, it will just look a little bit different. So I am having the team, they are still tuning on this minor part. That's why we in the upcoming release, we will just release English and Chinese. It's more tested. Yeah.
Hey, can you take us on a tour of the website right now?
Okay. Yeah. So let me open up my web browser and walk you through.
Wow, this is awesome, Brian. Let's go. Show me what it can do.
Okay, yeah. So for the marketplace on the web browser, desktop web browser, well, I think most people are already familiar with that look and feel, right? So because it's pretty popular in the market. So basically, Uptick web version, we try to make it very simple for people to use. For example, we have the home main page. We have a marketplace page. That's for all the things directly sell in the market, and also we have the auction page. So we have the personal profile. So basically, you can go to your homepage, edit your profile, and see all the people you follow and followed by you and following you. So, and you can have the message system. So here, this is the home page of the Uptick web version. So on the top, you can see this is a main display part for the latest item, which is uploaded or published in the Uptick. So everybody has a fair chance to show up at here. So currently, the official team, they set up actually this is a collectible cards from the official team. So they put it as an initial price as a 10 iris and for the auction. So people can use it in the future. So this is the item they have. And you can see the featured creators here. Actually, if you used our mobile version, it's pretty familiar, right? So similar to what we have in the mobile version. So if we expand that, you can see we have a featured creator, and even we list the best seller in the market.
You said that you can see the best seller. I missed that. Is there like a ranking of the most volume or the most? How does that work?
Yeah. So functional wise, if you click on this arrow, go to the creators featured creator page. We list creators in different ways. First is a featured, which is a recommended. In the official team, we can also recommend somebody to put into this place. And the second part is the best seller in last 30 days. So basically, you can. We don't want to list everybody, but we want to list the top 10 so people can see how it goes. Yeah. At the same time, we also try to list the most productive creators.
I think it's really going to encourage people. People want to be number one, so it's fabulous.
Yeah. So we really want to encourage people to be on the list. So and then you can see several sections at here. So the first one is the auction section. So this is the auctions, latest auction going on. Now, of course, you can also click into the arrow and see the detailed auction page. I will show it later. So the second part is the artworks. So these are the artworks, and you can see the collectible section and also the photograph sections. So this basically will highlight some contents from those vertical categories. And also we are loading that in the random algorithm so that all the artworks, any artworks has a chance to be shown at here. So you can also see the video. So these are the MP4 video published on the Uptick. And of course, if you want to see everything, so we have a explore section. So just randomly load all type of NFTs in the platform. So in that way, basically, we really want to make sure everybody, any artworks, any NFTs have a chance to be shown in the front page. Right. So, this is actually, it's a big headache for me. So if I go to OpenSea, basically I cannot find anything unless I know the name of that work, right? So it's so difficult. It's really like a big ocean. So you cannot find anything unless you know something. So at here, we really want to make sure everybody can see something hide in the big NFT vault, right? So not just latest or not just hottest, because we believe everybody has the creativity to contribute to the NFT world. So you can see all these artworks all these NFT are very diversified. So different styles.
Yeah.
So I really love it.
Me too. It's fantastic.
And the second part is if you want to focus on the item which is directly sell in the market, so we switch to the marketplace. So currently it's sorted by the latest. As you can see, some new works going on these days. So actually the first one is created by the boss of Maya restaurant. He is playing with that, and maybe we will see some Maya collectible cards very soon. And the second one is created by actually a creator called Eugene. So he is drawing his comic book these days. Actually, I know him through the Uptick, a very good friend now. And also I see some meta sexy girls happening these days. So yeah, so basically in the marketplace, you can see all the items going on, and also you can switch to the random. So basically we are sorting with the random algorithm. So you can see a lot of things maybe behind the top page. So because that again, we believe every work deserve a place, right, to be displayed and to share with the people. You see, when I just refresh by the random sorting, you can see a whole lot of different NFTs, right? Yeah. So that's why I'm so proud of the creators on the Uptick network, because in the past less than 1 year, we received so many diversified creators and their works. So yeah, so it's pretty valuable. Yeah, so on the detail part, you can see artwork, collectible, photograph, and video. So these are the vertical categories in our marketplace. And now let's switch to the auction part. So this is actually new, and our mobile version will have it in next release. But so you can only see the auction on the web version right now. So now you can see in the web any type of item you can put into the auction, but the auction is for just one-of-one type of asset. So, for example, the second one is it's a classic of mountains and rivers. So this is a nice GIF picture. So it's listed in the auction. So it will be ending in 70 hours. So current bid is 33 iris. So basically here in our blog, you can see the auction policy. So people can learn how to play with that and how to make deal happen. Yeah, it will be very popular because this actually the reason we really need auction function is in the whole NFT market, the initial price is not very predictable, right? So and also not fair valuated. So that's why we need an auction to give people a chance to maximize the sale and also get the best item they want.
Hey, back on the auction page, sorry to jump around. I saw some icons. It wasn't totally clear. There's a new icon with like a diamond and a exclamation mark. There's a star, heart. Well, what are those?
Yeah, the star means you want to rate this content with a star. So and the heart means you want to collect it as your favorite, record it in your favorite item list. This arrow means share the link, share to the Twitter or whatever. And this is the report, because there's so many discussions on the copyright issues, right? So we want to make sure anybody can report issues from here if they see this content has any problem.
Great. And I guess it's super clear, but there's one more icon up by Cold Hands' name. That's to message him directly and get information, right?
Yeah, so this is the message box. You can see if I click on that, it will pop up. You can directly chat with the sellers. Yeah, so this is also really useful for people to make decision, right? So they want to chat with them and maybe negotiate a little bit or know the background or whatever. Actually, the message system in the Uptick really help a lot of people connect to each other. So even myself, a lot of creators publish item and I bought it. They will send a thank you to me. Then we start the discussion, right? So most people, most popular creators in the Uptick already, we become good friends. Yeah. So that's the way to grow the community.
Okay. Anything else?
And yeah, let me go through this personal page. So after you connect with your Capital Wallet, you have your own profile. So this is the profile page and your collection page, just like a home page for specific account. So in this one, you can see the social media information. And also you can see how many followers and how many people you're following and how many works you have or whatever. So those are statistic information. And here you can see two tabs here. So one is the My Collections. These are the collections I bought from Uptick, from other creators. So you can see all these are my collections at here. So actually, I bought a lot. I'm also a big fan to Needle. And also to Johnny, right? So you can see this one. So yeah, so these are the collection. I can also sort them in these four categories. These are the artworks. These are the collectibles. These are the photos. And these are the videos, short videos, MP4. Nice. And these are the my creations. That means these are the items I created and published in the Uptick network. So you can see some is still going on, some are sold out. Yeah, so it also lists all different type of NFTs I published. See, I didn't publish any artwork because I don't believe my thing deserve to be let's skip it. And the collectibles, photos, and the videos. Yeah. So, yeah. So.
Thanks.
And that here you can see my favorite items. Just like if you click on that little heart, So it will be recorded in my favorite list. So even I didn't buy it in the first place, but I can always monitor it and maybe buy it in the later, just like this one. That's the one I just clicked it.
Yeah.
And here you can also see the order history that you have made in the Uptick network. So those are all the orders I placed in the past. Yeah. And we can also see the followers. So these are the people following me. So I can also click to follow back, right? So to make mutual follow. And also you can see these are the people in the Uptick I'm following.
Mm-hmm.
So basically for the people follow and between the people, you can also always say hello, send messages, to establish personal contact. So I think this is very important for the creators and their collectors, right? So it's very important to establish some type of personal relationship, because if I like a certain type of artwork, I will stick to that, and maybe it's a lifetime collection target.
Yeah.
So
totally.
So I think these are the functions I really believe it will be very valuable for the serious seller and buyers. Yeah.
So what's the relationship between the web-based marketplace and the mobile version? How do you see them working together?
Yeah, actually, this is a very good question. So I don't think it's just like an identical marketplace, right, on your hand and on your web. So the purpose we design this multi-terminal approach is really find a different use cases in different scenarios that people might use both for different purpose. For example, we have a photo function as an NFT, one type of NFT. So it's more, frankly, it's more fitting into the mobile scenario, right? So when you're on the go, you're taking some pictures, a special moment, you record on your mobile phone and immediately mint into Uptick network. So that's one thing. The other thing is, we have, for example, if you have you bought an NFT, no matter it's on the web or in your wallet, when you display it to somebody, so people might ask you, so are these authentic? Right. So in that way, so you can use your mobile phone. We have a QR code scan to scan the QR code next to your NFT. So it will immediately display it's authentic on the blockchain. So so there's a lot of features we think in the mobile phone. So people are more used to that. For example, another thing is like a payment. So if you are using the web version, by default, you might think, okay, I must have a wallet extension plugin installed, right? So so currently in the Cosmos ecosystem, we use a Kepler wallet. And in other chains, we use a MetaMask. But in our case, we want to simplify that. So probably you don't need to install it if you don't want to. So you can use web browser to browse the works in the way you like. At the same time, if you want to purchase one item, you can click on the mobile icon and you can use your mobile phone, Uptick mobile version to scan it and grab into your mobile phone and make payments. So this actually will make people feel very, very convenient to play with Uptick and interact between mobile and web. On the web version, it's not just for browser-based. Actually, in the next step, we will make sure it fits into different type of big screen display. for example, like a big TV display. So people can display it in your coffee shop, right? People can click on that, but you don't have to really link your wallet into that because your wallet is super private, right?
Yeah.
You should not link it to any public computer. So in that case, you can browse it and still use the wallet in your Uptick mobile to scan it and make payment. Yeah, so there's a lot of things we are thinking to fit into the real life scenario. And also probably another one is e-ticket. So that I believe that will be a big one in 2022. So for the personal party or event, a show, so when you issue the ticket, people will not bring the computer with them, right? So they bring the mobile phone to the stage, to the gate. So they will display, show it, and you can scan it. Just like currently what we are doing in our real life. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So 24 hours and it's going to be live. What do you have planned? There's going to be like a countdown on the website until people can access it, or countdown in the Telegram, or any big campaigns, promotions? How are we going to set this thing off?
Yeah, so we will have countdown in Twitter, and on the website, actually, we will just turn it on. But at the same time, the team are preparing some special NFT for the new web users or our web users. So for example, the team created several collectible NFT cards and put into the marketplace for sale, and also probably put into the auction. So people can try to own it. So of course, there will be some benefits and unlockable benefits in the future, because this is from official team. So that's one thing. Yeah, at the same time, we will announce basically the reward campaign for the participants, because as I mentioned before, so we really want people to put hands on that and give us more comments. So especially for the creators and even buyers and sellers. So whenever they do that in this 2 to 4 weeks beta period, we need to remember that, right? And we need to reward them. So basically, we will have a rewarding system to encourage people to use the web version. Of course, followed by that, it will be we have the token plan, right? So basically, all the activities happened on the website will be part of the airdrop plan for the users. So we will announce such a plan gradually in the next 1 to 2 weeks. To really have people to participate. And at the same time, we will link it into our token model to make sure people, any valuable activities in the website and on the mobile version won't be wasted.
That's great. That's great. What else do you have lined up once the website's out and smooth? Any other big milestones coming up this year? Oh
yeah, so this year actually, I would say it's a big year for Uptick, and also it's a big year for NFT, I believe, because so in Uptick, so we spend basically really a very intensive year for building the underlying infrastructure to have the multiple chain and cross-chain support. On the surface, we have the marketplace. It's like a general digital asset exchange, right? For all type of NFT. And on the terminal side, we have a web-based marketplace and a mobile-based marketplace. This kind of makes the basic structure complete in Uptick network. So this year we are going to really enhance first infrastructure part, we will adding more chain support. So that's our goal, because that will help us to unite more ecosystem, right? More community to have them play on Uptick. At the same time, on the Uptick Marketplace side, we will add more type of NFT support. So currently we support artwork, collectible, photo, and videos, right? So plus the e-ticket. So, but that's not enough. There will be a lot of diversified categories of a different kind of digital assets we can play with NFT. So that's our goal, to keep adding different type of NFTs. Of course, behind it, we will support more type of metadata standard to support this kind of NFT, to support the interoperability across the platform. So that's second part. The third part is will be really fun, because as I mentioned before, we don't want to just have people trade NFT back and forth, right? So because there's so many diversified content can be managed by NFT format. So we need to find more real-time, real-life scenarios application to support it. For example, I'm sure probably by Q2, you can see a prototype of music NFT use case from Uptick. So it's not just a mint and a sell. So it's more like once you own a piece of music or a piece of the rights of the music, how do you play it in the ecosystem application and probably make pretty good profit from that. Yeah, so that's the ecosystem part. I would say music, short video, e-ticket. These are all the new NFT categories we are exploring, and we believe it will make Uptick more interesting for people to play with. Because and also we are working with, just like I mentioned before, we are working with some pretty good restaurant to find a way how they can use Uptick to manage their members, just like a membership, voucher, and coupon, this type of NFT, functional NFT in the real life cases. Yeah, so I would say for this part will be really, really fun to play this year.
It sounds good. The music idea, making money off of the music NFT sounds good. It'd be nice to set a milestone too for maybe like the number of restaurants. I know I've been working with a few, but it'd be great to, at the end of the year, maybe have 50 or 100 restaurants using Uptick for different things. That would be great. And one thing I wanted to ask about, you mentioned before, you do some work with other people in order to set up the metadata standards, but we haven't discussed that in about 6 months or so. Any updates from that?
Yeah, so for this part, we basically use our platform as a test bed for that. Okay. For example, the artwork, and actually artwork and collectibles are pretty simple and very like unified, right? So across the platform. But when we step into the music, video, and the e-ticket, it will be very important to have a specific metadata standard for that. So currently, in Uptick platform, we have the e-ticket in place for a while, but it's not in fully operational model, right, mode. So, but the functional wise, it's already there. So that's one type of a metadata standard we already established. The second part we are also doing is loyalty-based NFT. So like a membership card. So it's a loyalty protection-based NFT. So yeah, those two parts it's already in our platform. So, but we probably will work with the like interchain .org. So this kind organization to really test it and standardize it. Yeah, so that's also an important task for the infrastructure team to work with like a Cosmos, Tendermint, and interchain.org. Yeah, this year.
Nice. That's great. 24 hours, eh?
Yeah. So you see, it's almost there.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty smooth.
Yeah, pretty smooth.